come. We are sticking with the Barebow. We're turning our attention to the men, and it is an all-Italian affair.
Italy, per l'Italia, Giuseppe Seimandi. Representing Italia, per l'Italia, Esposito. Judge for this match is l'arbitro del match, Mr. Nashi Ugur.
We've just been treated to a stunning women's Barebow final, and now it's time for the men. Giuseppe Seimandi and Esposito, both representing Italy and having vanquished European counterparts on the way here in the semi-finals. Seimandi defeating David Jackson in a tight one. And for Esposito, it was smoother sailing against Cesar Brigas. But this is a final, and it all comes down to these 12 arrows. The same format applies: 4 ends, 3 arrows, 12 arrows, and scoring of 6-1. Starting at target number 1, the tri-spots with a diameter of 20 centimeters, and the distances have been increased. I'll maintain the same, I beg your pardon, at 10 meters, and they'll be shooting up. That is some opening arrow from Seimandi.
Seimandi 3, Esposito 6, 6.
Interesting to note how Esposito kind of opens his mouth to finish the anchor. Peculiar aspect of his shooting.
Well, it's certainly a technique that's working for him, though, Bernardo. Dead on with his final arrow, and an impressive opening from both Italians.
Yeah, great start by both of them. And both looking so cool. Sorry for interrupting you, Joe, but both looking really cool. I'm really impressed to see this. In the other match, I mentioned that Beaumer was kind of breathing heavily, which is normal. But if any of these two is feeling the nerves, they are concealing it very well.
Esposito 17, Seimandi 15.
So Esposito, the younger of the Italians, leading 17-15 heading into this second target, which has a larger diameter of 40 centimeters and 20 meters away, and the only time that they will shoot downhill. Well, Bernardo, you mentioned that coolness, and we've seen another outstanding arrow from Esposito, but we see Seimandi adjusting himself. Is that nerve showing through?
It may or it might not be, but I had a feeling that one almost went off, and I believe he's really glad and relieved he managed to keep the string in his fingers, because it would be quite a disaster if it just went off by accident. But it's the interesting thing of the field competition that we have the simultaneous shooting, so it gives you a lot more margin for letting down a shot that you believe wasn't properly set up. And well, we see Giuseppe kind of making up for the time a little bit, speeding up a bit, but he seems to be near Esposito. And again.
Esposito 4-4.
Well, Giuseppe Seimandi clearly unsettled by something on a couple of occasions. He's got the binoculars out there, Bernardo.
Yeah, to check whether that one caught the line, but I think it really didn't catch the line. He might have felt that perhaps it was good enough for a shot in the gold. But I think it wasn't the nerves, Joe, like the 2 arrows that he let down. I think, yeah, he just wasn't feeling very comfortable, because these two so close to each other, like the match is still totally open here.
And that's sort of that confidence to stop yourself and readjust comes with experience. It comes with age. It comes with the kind of decorated career that Seimandi has had. But interestingly, he never achieved a gold at the European Field Championships until this week. He's secured gold in the men's team, the mixed team as well. So this could round off a pretty unique hat-trick for him. But Eric Esposito seems laser focused himself to add another gold to his CV. So target 3 at 40 meters uphill, 60 centimeter diameter, so the distance increasing.
Esposito 4-4. Seimandi 4-4. Esposito 4-4. Seimandi 3.
The end of target 3, and Esposito carrying the slenderest of margins to the final target. Bernardo, is this how you saw this final unfolding between these two?
I was expecting them to be really close, and yeah, it's what we're seeing. I just think Seimandi, he missed an opportunity. His last shot didn't look really good, and I think, yeah, he wasn't really pleased with his execution, so he ended up dropping that 3 at the last arrow. So had he maintained, within the 4, he would have been tied with Esposito. I believe we're still awaiting official confirmation, but yeah, in such a close match like this, each arrow, each point counts, and maybe that was too big a mistake that Seimandi made going into the fourth end. But as we saw in the last match, nothing is defined going to the fourth end, right? And yeah, they are so close. Let's see how it unfolds.
So into the fourth end, this is where gold medals are decided. We saw that in the women's final only moments ago. A point separates Eric Esposito and Giuseppe Seimandi, and they have 3 arrows to decide who will be golden at the end of this barebow final.
Esposito was shaking a little bit right before he shot that first arrow, and it was a 2. So maybe he's feeling the nerves getting to the end of the match.
The final arrow from Esposito. So Seimandi knows what he has to do here. Whoa, and a peach to finish things off. He knew the second it left his string. CC was the cry, and gold, gold is the reward for Giuseppe Seimandi of Italy, who completes a golden week here in Cesana.